Mazda redesigned the CX-5 for 2026, but not all of the changes are actually good. If you've been a loyal CX-5 owner who chose Mazda specifically because it offered premium quality, engaging driving dynamics, and thoughtful design at a competitive price, the changes coming to the 2026 model are going to frustrate you. The Japanese automaker went in the direction that may have improved practicality, but it looks like the CX-5 is losing its unique character. Number 6. Turbo no longer available. The most shocking omission in the 2026 CX-5 lineup is the complete absence of the turbocharged engine option. Mazda is eliminating the 2.5-liter Turbo 4 that's been a favorite among driving enthusiasts who want a genuine performance from their compact crossover. The new generation is offering only the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter inline 4 as the gasoline option. This engine produces adequate power for daily driving, but lacks the punch that made the Turbo variant so satisfying. The Turbo model delivered 250 horsepower on premium fuel with 320 pound-feet of torque. That torque made high-pressure situations effortless. You press the accelerator and the CX-5 surged forward with authority. Without the turbo option, the 2026 CX-5 is losing its performance edge over competitors like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4. Mazda built its reputation on being the brand for people who care about driving dynamics, and this decision undermines that identity. For buyers who chose Mazda specifically because it offered more engaging performance, this is a major letdown. The reasoning appears to be cost-cutting and simplification of the lineup, but sacrificing the one powertrain that separated the CX-5 from mainstream competitors feels like a misstep. And if losing the turbo wasn't enough to shake your confidence in this redesign, wait until you see what Mazda has done to the interior. Number 5. Interior design. The 2026 CX-5 is getting a completely redesigned interior, and it's probably the single most disappointing aspect of the new generation. Mazda has abandoned the elegant, driver-focused cabin that made the current CX-5 feel like a premium product punching above its price point. The previous generation featured a beautifully restrained dashboard with high-quality materials, carefully considered ergonomics, and an aesthetic that emphasized craftsmanship over technology. Wood trim looked genuinely upscale. Metal accents felt substantial. The layout prioritized intuitive controls and clean sightlines. The 2026 model is throwing that philosophy away in favor of a massive touchscreen and simplified dashboard layout that looks like every other modern crossover on the market. While this approach follows current industry trends, it completely abandons the timeless elegance that defined Mazda interiors. Previous Mazda interiors felt special the moment you opened the door. Materials had texture and depth. Surfaces were finished with care. The new interior looks cleaner and more modern in press photos, but it's lost that sense of occasion. Mazda is following rather than leading, adopting the same minimalist screen-dominated approach as rivals. The cabin that once made buyers feel like they were getting luxury car quality at a mainstream price now looks generic. But the interior disappointment is only part of the story. The exterior changes bring their own set of letdowns. Number 4. Mild exterior changes. The 2026 CX-5 is getting a visual refresh, but the exterior updates somehow manage to feel both noticeable and underwhelming at the same time. Mazda's design language has evolved, but the new generation doesn't deliver the visual impact that made the previous model such a standout. The front end is receiving the most significant changes, with a revised grille design and updated headlight configuration. The headlights adopt a narrower, more angular shape that follows current Mazda design trends. Side profile modifications are minimal. The roofline remains largely unchanged, and the overall proportions carry over. The rear end sees updated taillights and a slightly reshaped bumper. The changes are evolutionary rather than revolutionary. Here's the disappointment. The current CX-5 has one of the most handsome designs in the compact crossover segment. Its proportions are balanced, its surfacing is sophisticated, and it manages to look upscale without trying too hard. The design has aged remarkably well since its 2017 introduction. The 2026 updates don't significantly improve on that foundation. The new styling cues make the CX-5 look more current, but they don't enhance the overall aesthetic impact. If anything, some of the changes, particularly the busier grille design, reduce the clean elegance that made the original so appealing. Mazda appears to be playing it safe, but safe doesn't generate excitement. The previous generation drew compliments from people who normally didn't care about crossover design. The 2026 model is likely to blend into traffic more easily, yet the visual updates are only scratching the surface. Underneath that mild exterior refresh, the CX-5 is growing in ways that threaten its core identity. Number 3. Bigger and therefore heavier. Mazda is stretching the wheelbase and expanding the overall dimensions. The rear seat is gaining additional legroom. The cargo area is expanding as well. On paper, these changes address real customer needs, but increased size inevitably means increased weight, and weight is the enemy of driving dynamics. The current CX-5 feels nimble and responsive in ways that larger competitors don't. It changes direction eagerly. The steering has directness and precision. Body roll is well controlled. These characteristics exist partly because Mazda has kept the CX-5 relatively compact and light compared to rivals. Adding size and weight changes the fundamental character of how a vehicle drives. The suspension has to work harder to control body motions. The steering loses some immediacy. Acceleration feels less urgent. These effects are meaningful, especially for enthusiast buyers who choose Mazda specifically because it offers a more engaging driving experience. Number 2. Hybrid is not ready yet. One of the most anticipated features of the 2026 CX-5 is the addition of a hybrid powertrain, but Mazda is fumbling the execution in a frustrating way. Unlike the CX-50, which adopted Toyota's proven hybrid system, Mazda is developing its own hybrid technology for the CX-5. This makes sense from a brand differentiation perspective. Mazda wants a system aligned with its driving-focused philosophy rather than simply maximizing fuel economy. The problem is the development timeline. Mazda's in-house hybrid system isn't ready for the initial launch. The 2026 model is arriving without the hybrid option, forcing buyers to either purchase a gas-only vehicle now or wait an indeterminate amount of time. This delay is particularly frustrating because hybrid technology is becoming increasingly important to compact crossover buyers. Competitors like Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai are already offering compelling hybrid options in this segment. Mazda is essentially asking customers to gamble, purchase the gas-only model, and potentially regret missing out on the hybrid when it arrives later, or wait for an unspecified period while competitors are readily available with proven hybrid powertrains. But even if you're willing to overlook the missing turbo, the compromised interior, the conservative styling, the added weight, and the delayed hybrid, there's one final disappointment. Number 1. Pricing. The 2026 CX-5 is getting more expensive, and pricing is always disappointing news when everything else about a vehicle is already raising concerns. The starting price is climbing above the current model's already competitive figures. The outgoing CX-5 has offered strong value, providing premium-feeling materials and engaging dynamics at a price point that undercuts luxury competitors. The new generation is shifting that value equation in an unfavorable direction. The base price is rising to account for increased standard equipment. Mid-level trims are likely to see significant price bumps as Mazda moves technology features from optional to standard equipment. This wouldn't necessarily be problematic if the 2026 CX-5 was delivering clear improvements. But when you're removing the turbo engine option, compromising the interior design philosophy, making conservative exterior changes, adding weight, and delaying the hybrid powertrain, asking buyers to pay more feels tone-deaf. Mazda has historically attracted buyers who appreciated getting near luxury quality at a mainstream price. Rising prices erode that advantage and force Mazda to compete directly with established luxury brands that have stronger dealer networks and better brand prestige. The increased pricing wouldn't sting as much if the 2026 CX-5 was delivering meaningful improvements, but the changes feel more like lateral moves or actual steps backward. The 2026 Mazda CX-5 represents a crossroads for the brand. Mazda built the current CX-5 into one of the most respected compact crossovers by refusing to compromise on driving dynamics, interior quality, and design elegance. The new generation is making different choices, prioritizing interior space over nimble handling, following industry trends over maintaining a unique aesthetic, simplifying the powertrain lineup, and raising prices. For those who valued what made the CX-5 special, the 2026 model represents a significant step in the wrong direction. At the same time, the competition is getting better and better, starting from one of CX-5's key rivals, the Kia Sportage. If you want to learn more about the changes for the 2026 model, make sure to check out our video about the differences between the old and the new model you can now see on the screen. The new Sportage looks better, it's more luxurious, and generally an even better value than before.